The overall trend is down, 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 and it's down every year. We have less funding every year to do what we're doing. But we provide online streaming, we provide video on demand, and that service gives us no revenue. We pay for it out of our budget because we know that you'll use it, because people are using it. But the funding sources have not caught up. We're growing, but those numbers aren't. So we're going to show up to the Statehouse and we're going to say, please fund our stations, please make this a modern funding formula whereby the state will tax streaming companies and give a portion of that to community access stations. A bunch of AOTV Board of Directors members. It'll be Bella Levavi from Greenfield Community Television, Ian Dolan from Templeton Community Television, Jonathan Boshin from Frontier Regional Community Access Television, in a van, which I will be driving.
There we go. We did it!
And so, we, just a small delegation of community media advocates,
Save community media!
Descended on the Statehouse on July 15th at 10:30 a.m. We brought cameras.
Use the joystick, and you can like go down or up or left or right.
Cool. Meaningful testimonies and colorful charts to make our case for community media funding as laid out in House Bill 91 and Senate Bill 41, an act to modernize funding for community media programming.
Everybody jump.
It was a very, very busy day at the Statehouse.
So this is Bartlett Hall, named after William Francis Bartlett.
And we even got to have a bird's eye view of Governor Healy doing a press conference on state education. Senator Comerford's staff got us oriented. Thank you, Joe Comerford's staff.
Thank you. We'll see you all later.
Set us up in a home-based office and set us out to door knock.
But the cost involved just to install it is one thing. And then to continue it year after year, the ongoing is something else.
Yeah.
That comes out of our dwindling sources because cable costs go up for the individual homeowners. That they make their choices as to what to fund and what not to fund.
But they don't stop watching us. We visited many, many offices with the help of Senator Comerford's Director of Communications and Engagement, Caitlin Billings. We impressed with our ability to communicate and engage. Fund community media was our rallying cry. We met with the corresponding representatives for each of our stations, including Greenfield, Athol Orange, Templeton, as well as Hadley, although our wonderful Hadley representative Alex LaMarche was unable to attend. But we did Alex proud by presenting the numbers. While our demand and viewership surge, our revenues decline. Can you imagine the impact if public access stations started to disappear? Our hosts, Senator Joe Comerford and Representative Susannah Whips, as well as the staffs from offices for Representative Homar Gomez and Senator Peter Durant, listened intently to the concerns of our delegation and how community media is the nucleus of local media economies and civic information. How not only are we a necessity with our current work, but we have a unique potential in shaping the future of the Massachusetts workforce, culture, and civic life. Comerford and Whips expressed their support. They gave us the rundown on where we stand on state legislation. We thanked them for their leadership and advocacy, and they cheered us on toward success. With this encouragement, we were ready for lunch.
All right, so this is why I cannot get the pizza that I ordered, which could have caused the fire, but we hope not.
Despite the dramas of the universe, Comerford's staff provided us with an assortment of delicious pizza. Next, we took a very important appointment with Jacob Blanton from the office of the Senate President, Senator Spilka, and we got to see Calvin Coolidge's desk from his term as Senate President. Mr. Blanton gave our presentation his full attention and asked for the numbers, but we came prepared. In addition to our own testimony from the perspective of the Commonwealth, we shared how other states in the Union are addressing this nationwide problem. Afterwards, we were given a very impressive tour of the Statehouse, where we saw the various sacred hanging fish, learned about the different additions, murals, stained glass, and discussed amongst ourselves the placements of cameras around the building. We have 1, 2, 3. We were even allowed to stand on the floor of the Senate room and go out on the Senate balcony with Senator Comerford.
Even with the smoke that we can definitely
smell the Pocus pizza fire from all the way out here.
There's no view of Fenway. How can this be the best view?
It was a very smoky day in the Northeast USA, so on the balcony we were able to smell the Canadian wildfires. But we got some great pictures. Thank you to our amazing tour guide, Avery.
After Jones, it's the Republicans, and then Whips on the end is an independent, which is very unusual. There's not a lot of independents in any form of government in the United States, so that's kind of special for us.
She's ours.
She's our
Awesome.
We know her well.
That's very cool. Wait.
After our tour, Representative Whips led us to be officially read in to the session of the House of Representatives. We are hoping that our official presence further communicates to the members that we are serious about moving this legislation forward. Here we also met Representative Zlotnik, who represents Templeton.
Chair would like to take this opportunity to introduce to the right of the rostrum guests of Representative Whips and Representative Zlotnik, volunteers and staff from the Athol Community and Orange Community Television, Greenfield Community Television, Templeton Community Television, Frontier Community Television. They are spending the day here advocating for local access to the community television, which is needed.
All in all, we managed to say thank you to staff from all 3 bill sponsors, to Jacob Blanton from the Office of Senate President, Senator Spilka, to the co-sponsors of the bill, and our own representatives and senators. By the end of the day, it felt like we'd talked to 1 million people, but there is still much to do. Together, we brought that public access pickle to Beacon Hill. But the work isn't over. We're really hoping that this bill gets added as an amendment to a Senate Economic Development bill this session. We would love to see it done this year. Now is a really good time to call or write to your senator and say that you support a new funding mechanism for community media, that you care about having community media access coverage, classes, and information available to you in your town. This is not just Western Massachusetts, and it's not just Massachusetts, but we have an opportunity to address it here. It is not unprecedented to tax streaming companies. This is just an updated version of our funding formula that has existed since 1984. The world has changed from cable TV to streaming. So have we. But we need your help to continue to exist, to continue to do the great work you know we are doing. We want to expand. We want to be better for you. We want this to continue. We don't want to stop being your local media station. We don't want to stop being a part of the local media economy. We don't want to stop training students and people of all ages to know how to use a camera and help them find out where they want to point it. Thank you so much to Senator Joe Comerford, to Representative Susannah Whips, your incredible staffs for hosting us. And thank you to everyone who took the time to listen to what we have to say. We survived the Statehouse. We had amazing meetings. I didn't crash in downtown Boston. And I'm so proud of us. Let's push it through. Now or next time, we'll be, we're on the ball. So, thanks.